So welcome to Strange Paths, a podcast where we deduce choose your own adventure style story. We are your hosts. I am Paul.
I'm Stephanie.
And Megan.
I almost forgot I had to introduce myself. They know. Oh, and today, where am I? I'm going to read because I haven't read in a while, and I'm excited because we got some new books in, and I'm going to read The Magic of the Unicorn.
Right. What are we going to choose about?
I don't even know, but there's 27 endings, so...
It's going to be a long one, guys.
Okay, but I have to talk to you about this author's name, because her name is Deborah Goodman, but her middle name is Lerme.
What?
Wait, spell it.
Lerme.
Maybe it's Lerme.
Lerme. I'm Deborah Lerme.
Lerme?
Deborah
Maybe.
Lerme.
I'm
Goodman.
Lerme. Okay, I'm going to send you the cover. Yeah.
Cover. All right.
Oh.
Wow, there's a lot going on here.
I know, I'm really excited.
So
Wow.
we have, I'm guessing, a girl with a knight's helmet and a leotard riding a unicorn who is jumping in front of an ent who is upset because he had finally convinced this Komodo dragon to kill him by breathing fire on him. And they are interrupting.
Oh my god. He wants it to
screaming
end
at her.
now. He's wanted it to end for probably centuries.
He's like, what are you doing?
And he's like, I'm so bored. I just wanted this Komodo dragon to catch me on fire. And
He's just...
let that be it.
You know, it's not her choice to keep him from a stately end.
Okay, but also, I don't know if you can see it, Megan, but that unicorn looks so smug.
He's like,
see
this
that.
fire's not going to do anything to me.
He's just kind of looking back and he's like, whatever. I know there's stuff going on, but
I was just thinking that he looks really, traditionally masculine and serious, but I can't see
God.
the smug expression.
He does. His face is like this.
she's making a smug face.
I was showing Megan in the camera.
I know. I'm just explaining to the audience since it's audio.
Audience, audio.
You're going to do a good job today.
I'm going
I
to
feel
do
it.
great. Are you guys ready?
I mean,
I'm ready.
guess.
Oh my god, I'm just staring at this cover some more.
So,
Wait, can you see how in the background, the background forest and ambiance is it's purple and pink and blue and pretty and cute?
yeah.
I'm so excited on this one.
So, from what I learned from Harry Potter, though, is that unicorns are bad luck.
Unicorns are good luck. What are you talking about?
I don't remember that.
Voldemort hung out with a unicorn and he got bad luck.
No, he sucked on a unicorn's blood.
What?
You don't remember that?
No.
It was in the first book.
Oh,
where
it's been a
he
while.
He was attached to that teacher.
Yeah.
And the teacher was killing unicorns and drinking its blood so that Voldemort could live a little bit longer.
Right.
Ew.
It was pretty intense, though, because he would bring the unicorn to the class and just, slice open its neck in front of all the students.
Wasn't like a period situation. That would have been a good
No. But it was, third period. So, slice the neck open, get a good cauldron of blood, and then just...
You can sip on it all day.
Yeah. It's
And
a
it
nice
looks
cider.
It's like how Capri Sun should look
Oh,
based
so
on
it's
the
like
commercials.
mercury.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he just had mercury poisoning. Maybe that's the real...
That's why he had a head gray out of
That's
his
the
head.
real cautionary tale. Unicorns are mercury.
Unicorns have mercury blood.
Right.
Look,
Well,
we
that's-
played with mercury with our bear skin and we're fine.
Yep.
Don't play with mercury.
Don't touch it.
But
Even
we
if
sure
your
did.
aunt tells you it's fine.
Yeah, and your dad and your grandma.
Yeah, it's not fine, guys.
Girls, come here. Look at this. It's mercury. Come touch it. We rolled it around. It was great.
Yep.
It might explain some things.
It might.
All right. Anyway, let's do the warning. Wait, okay. The dedication says, to John, with thanks for your magic.
John is the unicorn that got away.
Aw.
I was thinking it might be that masseuse guy that I like so much.
Maybe.
With the octopus arms.
Are the other warnings like the Star Wars opening?
No,
So
not all of them.
this one's like, it's fading.
Well, it's like it's written kind of like
Oh.
a pyramid,
Yeah, I
where the
don't.
text takes up more of the page as you go down.
Yeah, that's really weird. Why would they do that?
Oh, it's mystical.
Yeah, it's part of the unicorn.
Yeah, they're achieving like a depth so that we know we're going into this book. Okay, Beware and Warning. It's been a long time since I've read one of these. I'm probably gonna mess it up.
We should probably stop.
Don't do it if you haven't done it in a long time. Okay, this book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences. You must use all your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair. Megan, don't.
I am.
At any time. At any time you can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its result. The only water supply for your small forest village has become polluted beyond repair.
With Mercury?
Probably. Your wise friend, Marie Claire, sends you off with magical makeup. Not really. But that's a makeup brand, isn't it?
Wow.
Anyway, your wise friend, Marie Claire. I'm sorry, my jokes are bad. Jeez, you don't have to look at me
No,
and make me want to die even more.
I didn't get it. That's all.
Shut up. Anyway, she sends you off with a magical talisman in hopes that you'll be able to save your village from demise. That's a weird way to say that. Can you solve the town riddle and find the sorceress? What?
Ooh, town riddle.
Even is there a town riddle for every town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you find her, will she be able to purify the well? Does a unicorn reside in the forest? Like, why would you think that?
I think that about everyone I meet.
Is there a unicorn in that guy's body?
Can you purify my tap water?
Yeah. What's your town riddle?
Okay, does a unicorn reside inside the forest? Its horn is said to fix even the worst ailments, but is it too late to save it? A fire-breathing dragon, angry warlock, and devilish duchess all stand in your path.
Wow.
From
Literally.
that podcast.
Oh, you mean devilish eggs?
No,
Oh.
the duchess.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
You must muster all of your bravery, quick thinking, and creativity to weave a magical route to safety for your village and yourself. Wow.
Oh, man.
All right.
It sounds like there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, that was a really long beginning.
Like
I haven't even gotten to page 1 yet.
That's pretty involved compared to some of our stories where it's just like, hey, your friend lost his teapot.
Yeah. Or, hey, your friends got abducted. Or, hey, your friends got abducted. Like every
Yeah,
time.
or like,
that's what
remember
it
the
is.
trunk murders?
Yeah.
Oh, we
We're
solved
jumping
them.
off of that.
We actually didn't ever read about the trunk murders, but we take credit for it every time.
Well, it's because it mentioned that we had solved them.
Yeah, we
I
solved
know,
it.
I just said that.
Okay.
Where are you?
I'm here. Where are you?
I'm talking and you're not listening. Okay. The summer of 1507 is exceptionally dry throughout Flanders. Fires scorch the forests, crops wither, and animals collapse from thirst. Sound familiar, Megan?
Mm-hmm.
The wasteland you live in over there?
Yeah.
Nowhere is the drought as severe as in your town. Is in your own small village. I made that word into something else. Just last week, when you went to check the dwindling water supply, you discovered a dead rat floating in the well upon which everyone depended. What an asshole!
Yeah. Like, who killed the
This is
rat?
where I live.
Everyone depended on that rat. And now he's gone.
He was doing so good.
He was filtering stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
With his whiskers.
Yeah, he was doing everything he can. Since then, the water has been foul and tainted, since the rat's not cleaning it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
The barrels of rainwater are nearly empty, and all attempts to dig a new well have yielded nothing but dry earth. One morning, after weeding the field you inherited when your parents died 10 years ago, you pay a visit to Marie Claire. She's the oldest person in the village and one of your special friends.
So wait,
Wow.
How do they decide where to dig for a well?
You just go.
Put
You
your
just dig
tongue in
and
the
hope.
ground, and you're like, dry, wet, dry, wet. You know, what's going on?
It's very much like a woodpecker, except more embarrassing.
Yeah. And more blood.
A lot more blood. Okay, some people say this might be the last summer any... Oh, okay, this is somebody talking. Well, some people say this might be the last summer any of us lives to see, you tell her sadly.
You sounded so chipper.
Some people, Marie Claire.
I'm dying on the inside.
None of the other villages around has enough water to share with us. And it's hopeless to keep trying to dig a new well. I wish there was something I could do about it. I'm having too much fun already. Marie Claire looks up from her knitting. Oh, you could try to lure a unicorn to the well. Why? The touch of its horn purifies even poison.
Wow.
But Marie Claire, you exclaim. I don't know why I'm doing this. Around here, unicorns are rarer than water.
I did not understand any of that.
Alright, fine, I'll read no. But Marie Claire, you exclaim, around here unicorns are rarer than water.
Oh.
I bet it would be easier to find the sorceress than a unicorn. That's a good idea, she replies. I'm sure the sorceress... Stop laughing at me. I'm sure the sorceress knows all about unicorns. Why don't you look for her? But no one has seen her in years, you remind Marie Claire. The last person who tried to find her never returned. Oh! But you are 10 times smarter than anyone who has ever searched for the sorceress. If anyone can find her, it's you. She loves you so much. Although you feel... I just got distracted by the picture on the other side because it's horrible. Although you feel flattered, you are not sure you are really clever enough. Well, I'll give it a try. I wonder if I still remember that riddle describing the way to find the sorceress. Is this right? You take a deep breath and recite. Near a land reserved for woe, in a place that's high but low, watch which way the bat doth go. Find me there, and I will know.
Is it a mountainside cave?
Is there a spider in
I
it?
don't know. Is there a unicorn in there? Perfect, says Marie Claire. She hands you a glass pendant shaped like a raindrop. Put on my good luck talisman. Use it as you need it, my friend. You say goodbye to Marie Claire, then roam the parched fields. After pondering the riddle, you think of two places reserved for woe. The sorceress could mean the village graveyard or the small camp outside the village where two men who suffer from leprosy live in gloomy isolation. So do you want to go see the lepers or do you want to go to the graveyard?
Well, I think I know where Megan wants to go.
Oh, it's a hard choice.
Yeah, it is a hard choice. Because, I mean, the lepers in Jesus Christ Superstar, they had a pretty good song.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Well, no. And then whenever Jesus is dying, Judas' song is pretty rockin' too. But I don't really think that's a graveyard. Anyway, I'm impartial.
Well, I gotta get to that graveyard.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't
It's
really
cool.
want, my arms to fall off.
That's not how it works. Even though the path to the graveyard is all downhill, you are hot and thirsty by the time you arrive there. You sit in the shade of a drooping tree to cool off. As you watch parched leaves float to the dusty ground, you consider the next line of the riddle. In a place that's high but low. What can be both high and low? Looking around, you notice
Heroin
the rolling...
person.
We're digging up the grave of a baron.
Yeah, okay.
Well, because he had a high status, but now he's 6 feet under.
But if you bury him on a hill, he's still taller than you.
Yeah.
What can be both high and low? Looking around, you notice the rolling slopes of the hills along the far side of the graveyard. They seem to be both high and low. But then the church bell rings, striking noon. Turning, you realize the steeple of the church also fits the riddle. The church itself is in a low valley, but the steeple towers high above the village. Do you want to walk over the hills, or do you want to get in that church?
Church.
Yeah, I was thinking church as well.
He was trying to think of a reason he could make you unhappy.
I hope it's really decorative.
When you go inside the church, Brother Mitchell looks up from the candelabrum. He's polishing what? That's what a single one is called?
A candelabra?
Or is it plural? Candelabrum.
Well, that sounds plural. Because I thought it was just candelabra
Yeah, I think so.
for a single one.
I've never seen it plural before.
And
Anyway, Brother Mitchell looks up from the candelabrum he's polishing. Oh, what should his voice be?
or maybe it's a euphemism.
Oh, shit. Bro.
He's locking the door behind you.
Yeah. Oh, no.
God.
What should his voice be?
Really old man.
I've already got a really old voice.
All right,
Nasal.
really boisterous man.
I've already done that and you hated it.
I didn't hate it.
Anyway, I was just wishing for some company. What are you up to, my friend? I'll make him a cool super guy. Hey, y'all. Oh, wait. Oh, no. He's Southern. What are you up to, baby girl? I'm looking for the sorceress. You explain your interpretation of the riddle.
Okay.
Brother Mitchell strokes his chin. I don't believe anyone has ever considered the graveyard or the steeple when figuring out that riddle. Y'all. So you may be on the right track. The next line of the riddle says to watch which way the bat goes, you tell him. Have you ever seen bats here? Plenty, he exclaims. At night they fly around the steeple. I've heard them go down in the cellar too, although I never actually go there.
I just want everyone to know that this is actually Steph's normal accent.
Yeah, I was born in Tejas. I didn't know there was a cellar under the church. Oh, there's a crawl space down there, but it's too small to be very useful. I feel like I need to be fanning myself, says Brother Mitchell. Not only that, it's so infested with spiders that no one dares set foot in it. It would be a clever place for the sorceress to hide. If I had the courage, I'd look there.
So wait, our assumption right now is that the sorceress just hangs out in the crawl space under the church.
With all
She's
the
a
spiders.
sorceress.
What's like those, like, you ever hear stories about like those homeless people that hang out in people's like crawl spaces under their house?
Yeah.
And
Do you
like,
think the sorceress is just under there and like she's got a shopping cart full of plastic bags?
well, yeah, so like at night she just comes out and like hangs out in the church and like moves stuff around.
Gather
And she
stuff
goes
to
back
make a
the crawl
stew.
space. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Probably.
dirties those candelabrum. I know that.
Oh, that's for sure. All right, you're tempted to investigate the cellar, even though you don't like the idea of running into a web full of spiders. You also remind yourself that the riddle mentions a place that's high but low, and the cellar doesn't fit that description as well as the steeple does. Do you want to go into the steeple, or do you think that the cellar is a better choice?
Cellar. I want to kill
I mean-
spiders.
They sound like they're trying to dissuade you from going into the cellar, which makes me want to go in the cellar all the more, but I'm impartial.
You sound so impartial. But the problem is the riddle said it was high but low.
Yeah.
And we've already gone low, so now we need to do the high part, which is the steeple. It didn't say it was low but low.
Is this the time?
Could be.
Yeah.
She's got her like rock, paper, scissors face going.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper.
Okay, wait. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock.
Scissors.
Oh, we're going into the cellar.
Why can't more conflicts be solved this way?
They can.
Oh, I guess that's
Okay.
true.
I'd like to explore the cellar, you tell Brother Mitchell. He smiles at you and says, let me get you a lantern, then I'll show you the way. He leads you to the far corner of the church, where he opens a heavy trap door. There are no stairs, he explains. Since the space is only about 3 feet high, you'll have to jump down and then crawl, baby. Wish me luck, he says. You lower yourself through the hole. When your feet reach the ground, Brother Mitchell hands you the lantern. You get down on your hands and knees, take a deep breath to calm yourself, and adjust the lantern. Only then do you see the spiders! Thousands,
Hey.
maybe... They're here! Thousands, maybe millions of them are clustered on dense veils of cobwebs that fill the entire space except for a narrow passageway.
Holy crap.
This is horrible. I don't like this. You shudder with...
Like-
What?
There can't be that many spiders down there without like a couple hundred being in the church at all times.
There probably are. This is like 1507. There's spiders everywhere.
Oh yeah,
This is their heyday.
I remember the 1500s were the century of the spider.
Yeah. They shouldn't like to talk about it because it's just terrible. Anyway, you shudder with fear, but force yourself to crawl through the tunnel. The lantern casts eerie shadows on the webs. Spiders scurry under your shins. That's really specific. Strangely enough, you think that you hear a faint sound of gurgling water. Just then, a bat swoops towards you. You flatten yourself to the ground and quickly cover your head with your hands. The bat soars over you, then flies straight through the wall of webs, creating a new tunnel. You shine the light of the lantern into the bat's passageway, but all you can see is blackness. You'd like to follow the bat to see if it leads you to the sorceress, but you also want to find out what's making that gurgling noise. Do you want to go down the tunnel you're in now, or do you want to chase the bat?
I want to find out the gurgling.
Who are you?
I want to chase that bat.
Why wouldn't...
Have you forgotten the riddle?
I remember there being something about a bat.
Yeah.
But we've already broken the riddle by going low twice.
I just want to chase it around. It's
I just
fun.
want it to be... What if it's a little fruit bat?
You're being so impartial right
it's
now.
like that Pokemon bat. It looks really cute.
Oh, yeah, Zubat.
Oh my god.
Why do you care about the gurgling?
Because what if it's the sorceress?
What if it's the weirdo that they hide in the cellar because it's weird?
Oh, that guy.
It could be. I guess you guys are just going to have to rock, paper, scissors again.
We can
right.
follow the bat. It's
Woo!
Yeah. As you make your way through the narrow tunnel formed by the bat, you notice the passageway slopes deeper into the earth. The space becomes so small that you have to slide slowly along your stomach. After wriggling for what seems like half a mile, you know you must be far away from the church. Suddenly, thick shrouds of cobwebs block the tunnel ahead.
Yes.
There isn't a trace of the bat. You cover your eyes with one arm and push through the webs with another. When you lower your arm from your face, you find you are inches away from the most enormous spider you have ever seen. It is even bigger than a rat. The giant spider springs on you! Forgetting the low ceiling, forgetting everything except the 8 hairy legs clutching your shoulders and face, you
Ew.
bolt upright. Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Your head smashes against the earth above. Before you know what's happening, the ceiling collapses. Still locked in the spider's deadly grip, you are buried forever under tons of earth. That night, Brother Mitchell summons the courage to look for you, but his search yields no clue to your disappearance. The end.
Man.
And they put a little picture of a spider there to freak me out and make me not want to touch the page.
Nice. So
Gurgle?
the crawl space extended beyond the boundary of the church?
Yeah, there's a tunnel.
Huh. That's weird.
So do you guys want to...
So maybe the gurgling's not so bad now?
Well, either you could do the gurgling or you can go to the steeple.
I don't know. I mean, I was in favor of both of those options. So I'll let Megan pick of those two.
I guess gurgling.
All right. The sound of water becomes more distinct as you creep steadily through the passageway.
It's the sorceress.
You're just being... You were so intent on following the sound that you barely noticed the spiders or the dusty webs anymore. At last, the light of your lantern flashes brightly on a rushing underground stream. The water smells fresh, so you taste it. You shriek with delight, for the water is sweet and very cold. Your discovery of the stream saves your village. You and your friends manage to divert the flow so it runs directly under the trapdoor in the church. Although it makes a peculiar well, everyone is too happy to care. The end.
Hooray!
Nice. We won.
Yeah, but you
Our
didn't
mouths are
even
wet.
find the unicorn.
The unicorn was the journey. It wasn't about the destination.
Yeah, unicorn's having a wet mouth. And the knowledge that it's wet.
Right. Plus, we don't know what the source of that rushing water could have been the unicorn.
Could have been the sorceress's urine.
That too.
Thank you, sorceress, for your generosity.
But no, because we could go back and try the steeple. Or is that the only other choice? No, it couldn't be. We could also go back and look at the graveyard hills.
Oh, I would like that. Unless,
No, I'm fine with the graveyard hills.
okay.
All right, anyway, you decide to climb to the top of the highest hill. Once there, you wipe your brow and look around. Feeling a little perplexed, you remind yourself of the next line of the riddle. Watch which way the bat doth go, but there are no bats in sight. As you pace impatiently, wondering what to do, you come upon a cave opening near the top of the hill. You poke your head inside, but it's too dark to see anything. Hello! 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 You call, but only your own voice echoes back. The cave seems like a perfect place to find a bat, and maybe even the sorceress as well. If you think it best to watch for a bat before you do anything else, turn to page 24. If you enter the cave to look for the bat, turn to page 33. So you can go in, or you can just wait and see if there's bats in there. So either way, you're going to interact with this cave.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to think, like, purely from the riddle. It says, find a place that's high but low. And then it says, follow the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should just wait.
I think it's funny that you're considering the riddle, and I just am not at all. I'm just going with
honestly,
whatever.
Like, whenever you were answering about the gurgling, I honestly had forgotten that we were looking for water. So I was like, why would I care about that? That's stupid.
It's not a bat.
Yeah, I need a bat, I need a sorceress, I need a unicorn.
Right,
That's the order of operations.
Let's just wait.
All right. Sweat streams down your face as you wait by the cave. At sunset, you finally spot a bat zigzagging through the air. Instead of flying into the cave beside you, it soars to the side of the hill where you follow it into a second cave you haven't seen before. You shiver with excitement as you grope your way through the darkness, listening to the sound of beating wings. Suddenly, lightning streaks across your path, lighting the ground just inches from your toes. Before you can catch your breath, a second bolt flashes, followed immediately by yet another.
It's the sorceress.
Wow.
Your heart is pounding with terror when you hear someone mutter, "Magic Mother of Merlin, where's the thunder?"
Oh.
Who's there? You call nervously.
Usador?
Oh, I'm Usador! An enormous flash of lightning illuminates the cave, revealing a wizened old woman draped in purple velvet.
Oh.
"A visitor!" she exclaims. Purple velvet?
Yeah. Where can I get one?
Purple velvet?
Yeah. Just a purple velvet robe to wear around the house.
I don't think that would be hard to get.
It sounds pretty luxurious.
It doesn't even sound like she's wearing a robe. It just says she's draped in velvet. So she just got it on.
So like a pantsuit?
No, it's just like a rag that you just put on.
Oh. It's like a doily.
Just one little tiny doily. "A visitor!" she exclaims. And the next thing you know, daylight has replaced the darkness. "Congratulations!" she cackles. Wait, congratulations! She cackles. "It's been 261 years since anyone has been able to find me. I hope I didn't scare you. I was just practicing my storms. For the life of me, I can't get the thunder to work." You open your mouth to say hello, but instead of your voice, a deep rumble of thunder emerges from the back of your throat.
Oh.
There's the thunder! Is everybody hating this voice?
No.
She shrieks gleefully. You're
I love
afraid
it.
to open your mouth. You loved it?
Yeah.
All right, you're afraid to open your mouth again. "Don't be shy," says the sorceress warmly. "I want to know why you've come." Hesitantly, you part your lips a bit. Well,
Ew.
no thunder roars, so you tell the sorceress about the tainted water in your village well. She shakes her head. "Sorry to disappoint you, but I can't clean up that mess in your well. Water is not my domain. Never has been, never will be."
Yeah.
"Why, I can't even create rain to go with my lightning. And now thunder." You are undaunted. "What about unicorns? Do you know anything about them? Ever heard of them?" You ask the sorceress. "I've heard they can purify water." The words have barely left your lips when you see a handsome unicorn stepping lightly around the cave.
Oh.
All right.
This is my husband.
You reach out to stroke its flank, but the unicorn vanishes abruptly.
Playing hard to get.
Wow.
He's like, "Don't touch, but do." "Have you ever seen a real unicorn?" you ask. "Several times," she replies casually. "Yeah, no big deal. There's a unicorn living right here in the forest." Can you tell me where to find it in the forest? She shakes her head. I'm afraid not, but I should be able to help you in some other way.
Oh.
If you'll excuse me. What way? Oh. I'm going to change into something more comfortable. That's what she says.
More comfortable than just being draped in velvet?
What's more comfortable than velvet? Right? Nobody
She going
knows.
for like velour or something?
I always think more clearly as the wind. Just an illusion, the sorceress explains. It's as close as I can come to creating a real unicorn, but it's no good for cleaning water. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I
You
think
watch
she's
this.
saying that she made the illusion.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
God. You watch with astonishment as she flings her purple robe over her shoulder. It's a robe. And spins until she becomes a lavender tornado.
Oh.
So she flips up her robe
Yeah, she
and
just...
then spins.
She's like, quick, let me show you everything. And now I'm gonna spin out of here.
Oh, man. The next thing you know, the tornado fades and a cold wind rushes around the cave, howling and shrieking. A violet cloud slowly forms, and from it the sorceress emerges. I've got it, she announces breathlessly. How do you do that?
It just sound like...
I've got it.
Well, just like
Chlamydia?
breathe out as much as you can and then say...
I've got it. I can cast 1 or 2 spells that may help you find the unicorn. I can give you the power to speak with animals, or I can knit you a golden net for catching magical beasts. Take your pick.
Let's
Not the
talk
net.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the net's
That's
too
mean.
violent.
Yeah,
gotta
who
talk to
wants to
him.
be your friend if you're just catching them?
Yeah. So now we have to talk like Eliza Thornberry.
I don't remember how she talked. I can talk like Nigel.
Yeah, that works too.
I'm not going to.
Oh. What about Donnie? Can you talk like Donnie?
This is just nonsense. Even if you can't find a unicorn, you'll have fun talking with other animals, says the sorceress. She scoops a handful of brown flakes from a basket.
Ugh.
What is that? Ears and tongues from 12 creatures, she explains. You look away with disgust as she puts the flakes into a bowl and crushes them into a powder.
I feel like there's also poop in there.
Yeah. Now snort this, darling. Ready? The sorceress carefully spoons the powder into each of your ears.
Oh.
Open your mouth. Now don't worry, this will dissolve and you won't taste it at all. She places a dab under your tongue. It's like when you go to get communion, like the old people who open their mouths. Remember we always talk
With
about
their
how
arms
people...
crossed, like, over their
Yes, please. We always talked about how they probably had like oatmeal in their mouth. Like so much. Now don't worry, this will dissolve and you won't taste it at all. She places a dab under your tongue. You can barely tell it's there. She knows. How do I know if it works? Go ahead and try it, she suggests. Call my bat. Bat! Hey, bat! You shout, feeling a little silly. Within seconds, the creature flutters towards you and squeaks, You cold?
Aww.
That was way funnier as it came out of my mouth. I didn't expect it to sound like that. Please lead me to the forest. You thank the sorceress, then follow the bat out of the cave and through the hills to the edge of the moonlit forest. There you say goodbye to the bat. Aw, ready? Hearing a rustling in the branches above, you call, Hello? An owl swoops out of the darkness, startling you as it lands on your shoulder. I don't know how how an owl sounds. You must be a friend of the sorceress.
Well, you've seen the Tootsie Pop commercials, right?
A 1, a 2, a 3. Alright, anyway, it's just you really stretched out. Must be a friend of the sorceress, it hoots. Yes, I am. And the well in my village is tainted, so I'm looking for a unicorn to clean the water. I don't know why I'm making him sound so bratty. Yes, I am. And you'll have to decide whether you want just the horn or the unicorn itself, says the owl. Why? This afternoon, the warlock cut off the horn of the only unicorn I know. I'm not sure how magical the unicorn is without it. But I'm willing to bet the horn hasn't made the warlock any less wicked. That demon isn't going to be eager to lend you his new treasure. I can lead you to either, but neither one may be useful.
Oh my god, I want to see if the unicorn's okay.
So you're going to the unicorn? Or are you going to go try to get the horn?
Well, I feel like it would make more sense to try and get to the unicorn and go with him to take the horn than to try and take the horn on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't kick like a unicorn can, that's for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we can touch that flank.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta get at that flank. It's quivering with anticipation. The owl flaps its wings to the unicorn. You hurry after the owl, stumbling on roots and thrashing through brambles. Jesus Christ. Just walk. Slow down, you call. I can't see in the dark as well as you can. Human beings. The owl scornfully. Why don't you sleep now and we'll go to the unicorn in the morning?
Oh man, are we going to get the nap ending?
Yeah, probably. Good idea, you reply. You curl up at the foot of an oak tree and soon drift off into deep and dreamless sleep. It's just like, okay, like you're immediately asleep on the ground.
You just collapse.
Like a doll, like
Yeah.
a puppet. When you awake the next morning, the owl is perched on your shoulder. I'm so glad you suggested I rest, you say as you stretch your arms. I feel great. Good. It's actually like that. I'm not making it up.
I know.
Now let's get going. You can eat some berries along the way.
You want to say good morning, Vietnam?
No, I'll never say that.
70, each time you talk as the owl, the sound just completely cuts out for me.
It's just me
Can't
saying
handle it.
O's for a really long time.
Yeah, Discord's like, this is too much.
Yeah, please stop. It's like I'm kind of thinking about in The Mighty Boosh, the lady who's like, hello.
Yes.
The two of you make your way through the sun-streaked forest. Even though you know the unicorn has lost its horn, you feel certain you'll find a way to clean the well. Maybe the unicorn can tell me where to find another unicorn. One that still has its horn. One that's not useless to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A useful unicorn.
One that still has his horn. You chatter happily. You sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
La la la. And you're like, hey, back!
So we sound like Toad.
Yeah. Hey! Okay, I bet the unicorn must know all kinds of ways to clean water. It's like they're just like the pollution
Well,
experts.
man, he's not the town rat.
You ain't no rat, honey, okay?
Town rat, that's true.
You soon reach a small clearing. There, a crowd of woodland animals is gathered around the unicorn, who is lying on the ground. Oh, no! Moans the owl. What's wrong, you ask? Is the unicorn sleeping? I don't mind waiting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's
How's
so
this
stupid.
going to help me?
He's so stupid. The animals turn to stare at you. You're too late, says the squirrel. The unicorn is dead. The end.
Man.
Oh god.
I guess we have to go to the warlock then.
Yeah.
It's the magic horn I need, not the rest of the unicorn, you tell the owl. I want to meet the warlock and become his new best friend and be an asshole forever and ever, because that's how you sound.
That's not what it says, though.
No, it isn't, but it says I want to meet the warlock. Follow me. I hate this owl. The owl leads you along a dry stream bed where water flowed before the drought. After walking a few miles, you spot the flickering of a campfire. Why don't these, like, sorceresses and wizards live in towers and shit? Like, they're just squatting in caves and
You know,
camping?
like, towers are expensive.
Yeah, they're wizards and warlocks and stuff. Squinting your eyes, you can just make out a small figure dancing around the flames.
Oh.
Is that the warlock? Lower your voice, scolds the owl. He has extraordinary hearing and the sharpest of eyes.
Wait, it wasn't...
It is, but I'm tired of doing that. He has the best hearing, the sharpest of eyes. He has so many friends. He's so handsome.
Everyone likes
super
him.
muscly.
Yeah. He looks like shit. I gotta tell you. And also, you're a girl.
Yeah.
Which I guess is really sexist of me, because I did not think that you were.
Well, I said at the beginning, I thought that the person on the cover was a girl.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was you. I just thought it was some hottie.
Oh, I assumed that
Not
was
the
us for some
protagonist.
reason, actually.
Yeah, I don't care. All right, when you're finally close enough to get a good look, a tight knot of panic forms in your stomach. The warlock's eyes glow red in the darkness. I'm going to be the warlock. Probably not, actually. And his gleeful howls strike terror in your heart.
What?
He sounds like he's a weirdo. He's just dancing around a fire and, like, just screaming. Well, I guess I'll just have to ask if he'll lend me the unicorn horn. He whispered to the owl. Hey!
Oh. I'm guessing maybe we'll have to, like, beat him in a game of Magic the Gathering or something.
Guess his name.
It's wind and weather. How many times do I have to tell you? He isn't a kind-hearted soul. He has no heart at all. He's not much taller than me. Maybe I can sneak up on him and wrestle him to the ground, you suggest. What?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on height. Then I can grab the horn and run away before he can stand up. You sound more confident than you really feel. Are you sure? I am reading it how it is written.
I know.
The warlock won't hesitate to use magic to win a battle, warns the owl. Do you decide to reason with the warlock, or do you think you can wrestle him?
Wrestle him.
Well, but we haven't greased up.
You can move up.
How are we supposed to wrestle him without greasing up?
Just spit on yourself a bunch.
Do we have greasy spit?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have any water. What do you think you're drinking?
Grease?
Straight grease.
That's right.
So what, do you want to wrestle him, or
I want to talk to him.
again?
I mean, I don't mean to be so confident.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors.
Rock.
Ah,
Oh.
damn
It's
it.
like we're talking.
Oh.
Want to touch on him.
Not suplexing him today.
I'll ask the warlock to lend me the unicorn horn, you announce. Although you try to sound casual, your hands are trembling. Good luck, says the owl. I'll wait here. I'm clipping his speech.
Oh, okay.
You walk closer to the campfire before calling, hello! The warlock abruptly stops dancing. What?
What kind of dancing do you think he was doing?
Well, I have a picture to prove that all he's doing is like raising his knees and like punching the air.
So he's like 80s exercise video dancing.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I like it.
As he strides towards you, his glowing red eyes are fixed on Marie Claire's talisman. You slowly extend both hands, palms up, to show you have no weapons. The warlock studies you warily, then shakes your hand. You try not to shudder as his hot, blistered hand touches yours. Jesus.
Ew.
Ew.
After describing the danger facing your village, you ask if he would lend you his unicorn horn. The warlock laughs sourly. How do you do that?
Well, when you eat something sour, it makes like your mouth small.
Between the world of angels and the land of demons, there is no one who will ever touch my unicorn horn. Banish that idea from your mind immediately.
So he's celibate.
Yeah.
Wow.
But a sly grin spreads across the warlock's face. For a certain price, I could concoct. For a certain price, I could concoct a potion to clean your well. I have no money. It's not money I want.
Oh.
The wizard stares intently at the pendant hanging from your neck. Where did you get that? From my friend Marie Claire. Give it to me, and I'll mix the potion for you. You hesitate, but Marie Claire's words, use it as you need it, echo in your mind. You unclasp the charm and give it to the warlock. He returns to his campsite. Wow. Yeah, you don't get to choose.
I was expecting a choice.
He returns to his campsite and begins mixing the potion in a goat skin flask. He finally hands it to you and says, Pour this in your well tomorrow night. Oh, wait. Pour this in your well tomorrow night before the moon rises. By the time the moon sets, your water will be pure. Thank you. You hurry back to the owl and gleefully shout, let's go! I'm going to save my village! And you do. The end.
Nice.
All right.
Warlock, not such a bad guy.
He's a weirdo.
He liked your necklace.
Yeah.
He just likes shinies.
Yeah, he liked it so much that we won.
But the unicorn's dead.
Yeah, the unicorn's just kind of dead.
Wow, I thought this would be more unicorn-centric.
Yeah, I really
Right.
thought the unicorn wasn't going to be dead because on the cover it is jumping triumphantly and not dead.
Well, also, it's called the magic of the unicorn, not the dead unicorn and the warlock who helps you.
Do you need the unicorn alive to save your well? That's not the title. Jesus.
At least it wasn't like, dump the unicorn's carcass into the well.
Tie sandbags to the unicorn's feet and push it into the river.
Yeah.
Ugh.
God.
Well, that was a good one.
Oh, is that our ending?
I mean, it's a good ending.
That's a good.
All
one.
right. Man,
And it didn't really give us an option to, like, take the horn back.
Well, you didn't try to wrestle it off him.
I didn't.
But oh well, guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Guess you guys will just have to read it yourselves to see what happens.
All right.
Well, thank you for reading.
Yeah, my my throat is killing me. From all the screaming and screeching I've been doing.
Yep.
I'm drenched in sweat. Like, it's intense.
The sweat mustache, I can see it.
Yeah.
Got sweat, right? Like milk?
Ew. Because usually they have a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just have a glass of sweat
Yeah.
and a sweat mustache.
Yeah. Does a body good. I'm sorry.
Anyway, if you want to email us about how horrible that sounds, you can email us at strangepathspodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet pictures of your glass of sweat and drinking it at Strange Breaths Pod on Twitter. Please don't do that. But, you can send it to Megan.
Yeah, you can send it to me at bozosglowglobes@gmail.com. Or, whatever other uses you have for your glass of sweat. This week I have a question from Cornelius Cornbread Cornwallis.
That sounds like a real name.
That's a fancy name. I mean, that sounds royal to me.
Right?
The question is, hi, want to know if you had any Cyber Monday deals for new globes? I want to get my hands on them. Peace out, bro. Well,
Oh, man.
I do not have any deals for new globes. I think Bozo is up there crafting some new ones for his next tooth excursion, but he certainly wouldn't have deals even if he were to sell them, which he won't.
Yeah. I wouldn't think that Bozo would be the kind to cheapen his craft
He's
to
not.
even sell them.
No.
Like, he makes what he needs.
Yeah, and he needs what he makes.
What if you harvested teeth for Bozo?
A tooth slave, huh?
I mean, I guess you could work something out, possibly, but he has no existing deals going currently that I'm aware of.
Do you feel like he would be reasonable enough to make a deal with?
Depends on how desperate he is.
I guess it depends on how good your teeth look.
Yeah, and how dry or wet you've kept him.
Right.
It's all about a wet mouth.
Right.
God, I love a wet mouth.
So yeah, he doesn't have any deals, huh?
No
This is your pilot.
deals.
Sorry, Cornelius.
So he's kind of like Sears.
What
Like
it is, what it
Sears.
is. Is that the slogan?
No, I think it was Sears that decided one year they were like, we're just not going to do any more sales anymore.
Oh, we're just gonna have everything at a reasonable price.
Yeah. And then their stocks like tanked horribly.
Oh.
People like those deals.
Yeah, people like to feel like they're getting a deal even when they're not.
It's true.
But yeah.
Sephora's trying to trap me right now. They sent me a deal. It actually seems pretty good. I love you, Sephora.
Oh my god.
It's $25 off $50.
Hey, that's 50%.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nice. Email them back and say, sponsor my podcast, and I'll give you $25.
Yeah. Or forward that to Mr. Cornwallis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that might be nice.
okay.
That might be a nice consolation.
Right.
I will.
Bozo doesn't, but perhaps one of these other proprietors would interest you.
And if you're single out there, Mr. Cornwallis, I'm so lonely, and you can write me some more here at bozosglobes@gmail.com. What?
Please write her, because she's making us do it so that she can just pretend like it's actual people, you know?
Yeah, we usually do whole episodes that we can't actually edit.
Yeah,
and put
it's just
out.
Megan sobbing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, someone emailed me.
Hear the sounds of me giving myself Indian burns and stuff. So,
It's just crying so hard, no sound comes out, so you
It
just
just
hear
sounds
like a
like
weird
someone
clicking.
rubbing a balloon. All right.
Anyway.
So,
I'm gonna go cry
thank
by
you for
myself now.
listening.
Okay.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.